to the power. The power, Nick. They say this is Carsino's town. Yeah. I just come from the Carsino parts. Bright like city lights. I gotta make it. This is how I gets down. Yeah. Now, let's talk my power. A TV show which I backed from the jump. As YouTube continues not to set out my notifications. That's cool. I did this for the fans. You guys wanted me to talk about power. Showtime was acquired by Disney in a big deal. So a lot of changes happened with Showtime. Stars is aligned with Lionsgate. So Lionsgate really got involved this season and decided to alter the show. And that's why we're in this situation we're in now with Lionsgate. And I really don't talk about power anymore. But I was there before the show even showed the air or filmed anything. When they said it was announced, I knew the show was going to do what it was going to do. Now, let's break down season 6. Season 6, I have mixed feelings about. There were some episodes that were great and some episodes in the mid-season that I felt was just absolutely terrible. And what I mean absolutely terrible is that they have so much condensed storylines that don't go anywhere. And this is what happened when you have a bunch of writers and a bunch of directors. People come in and they're trying to do the justice for this episode. And they kind of omit the fact that they forgot they got this thing lingering on that's supposed to be a big thing. And then it turns out to be something very, just stepped over episodes later. And that happened a lot during the series, like the actual microchip information that they were supposed to get from Elisa Marie, that thing that Proctor died for, the microchip that he had to protect him, the audio that he's supposed to get rid of, and he saved it all this time. And just so happened in the last episode that we just saw, for the mid-season finale, Tommy starts talking about this microchip. Where the hell did this information come from? When did this get discovered? Did she had the necklace with the microchip on it? Did she give it to them after Benny died? I mean, she just lost her mom, dad, and her uncle in about a week. So did she hand it to somebody? How did Tommy get the information? Why Tommy ain't arrested? Where is this information? Like, what is going on? We know nothing. But yet he bringing up all this information to Ghost. Like, where did Tommy get this info from? And why wouldn't he be cuffed? Telling you. I was not very excited about what transpired, to be honest. I had mixed feelings. There were some episodes that worked and some episodes that didn't. Let's start with the first episode with Angela Valdez dying. Having Angela die, that was a good thing, good direction. Her character had basically, they met their match. There's no more use for Angela being a USAA. That was not going to work out. Okay, her and Jamie are back cool to a point where this is run its course. Can't run the Angie angle anymore. This is no more wiggle room for Angie. Her leaving the storyline takes it into a whole nother realm of sucking Ghost back into the life that he's trying to escape. So thank you, sincerely yours, for making the live. Hold on. Now, when Angela dies, Paz, who had the biggest impact early on, and I felt like this was where the season was starting to build up momentum. They were getting everything put in place. Paz is angry at Ghost. So she's going to be willing to work with the federal government to do any and every little thing they can to try to bring Ghost down. Tasha did everything in her power to bring Paz back into their side and everything else because her and Angela was working together. And she's letting Paz in on things. So now they got Paz in the fold. So now she realized that, man, I didn't know my sister and you gotten cool, So now she pays for the funeral, things are in place. She protected her sister's secrets. Everything was going down the line. It was leading up to a Tommy versus Ghost situation all down the line. Lala's character, Lakeisha, she was always a liability because Tommy introducing her into the business was screwing things up. And this was a good setup. I think they mishandled the opportunity with Dre. I mean, how many deals is this guy gonna have where he kills people, get arrested, and he's back on the streets in 24 hours? I'm like, this dude just murdered somebody and he's back on the streets already. How is Dre able to do all this? Now, I think they misused the character of Dre for this season. When Dre came out, and after Alicia got killed, he wouldn't be able to move that freely on the streets. The mafia would have still been putting hits out on him left and right, for setting up Alicia. So you got to remember, Cristobal is still locked up because of him. So because of the trial, and she got murdered during the trial, that could probably free Cristobal altogether. You remember her and Cristobal got locked up. Cristobal never got killed. So I'm waiting on them to work that angle in. Because Drake keeps weaseling in and out of situations. They never really tell you what happens to Cristobal. Cristobal never got killed. He got arrested with Alicia. Dre is the guy that always wiggles out of a situation and gets into another one. That's how they want to portray the character of Dre. He's a guy that just always slips through the cracks. And he'll have some, but he can't sustain. And something will always go down. No, because he never gets anything in the end. In the end, he always gets screwed. He goes from one situation, then he in another bad situation. Now he's working for the feds and he's doing all this other stuff to try to get his daughter back. He gets his daughter back and he's still involved in deals that's gonna cause him to lose his daughter and everything. So I just think they misused the opportunity of having Drake back on the streets. Drake could have used his smarts, turned 2-Bit and Spanky back on his side and got them to turn against Tommy in a much different way. much different way. And they could have had Dre coming back on the streets, getting revenge for being set up and setting up play with Dre going at it with Ghost. And him trying to get Tommy out of it and making Tommy play off of Tommy and Ghost beefing with each other. And then Dre is trying to rise to power. And basically him and Tyreek has teamed up. And they working together. And Tyreek is going to be learning the business from Dre. And that still might happen. That's still the possibility. This whole series was leading up to Tyreek being the new Ghost. Okay, that's how this whole series started off. Sins of the father passed on to the son. So anybody else involved in there, we'll get to that later. I don't want to go that far down there. But we'll get to the last episode in a minute. Incorporating Lakeisha into the business. I thought she did a tremendous job playing Lakeisha, having to hit these emotional notes, but Tommy bringing her so far into the business. You know, this happens. I know a situation where that happened before. A guy brought his girl into the business and she ended up burning up, bringing the wrong people to the spot, and people knew where the spot was. So when the spot got, raided and stuff, and they never had a raid there, the people was like, look, dude, who's going to tell the boss it was his girl? The dude she brought. They did it. But these are the situations that sometimes outsiders or people who are not in that world, they don't understand. Now, going into Scorched Earth, when Lakeisha dies, that episode, dealing with the fallout when having Lakeisha die and having her get rolled up on. First of all, this is totally fictional. I don't want anybody to hold this as fact. All of this is fictional. Okay? None of this would ever happen in a real police case. Believe me, there was officers watching this show going, I can't take it. I'd be like, man, it's a show, but they can't take it. The last episode was great. No, it wasn't now. I'm going to get to that. The last episode really disappointed me. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Now, a lot of people is Ghost dead? Not yet. Not yet. Now the whole thing's going to be playing out as to who did it. And we'll get there. So when Lakeisha was killed and the way that they was doing this investigation, police officers, none of this stuff would have happened. They would never be able to do anything with James St. Patrick ever again unless they caught him in the act of doing it. Because they've already tried this man publicly, and it came to find out that someone in their own department committed the murder and actually tried to frame James St. Patrick for the murder. So therefore, he would have been non-suspect without prejudice. They could never come back to do anything to this man. Anybody who was pursuing evidence against this man could not even stand. First off, the terrible storyline, and this is what I keep saying before, they hold on to these storylines like they mean something, then they erase them out so quick. Like they had a witness from the first episode, the girl that they let live. That turned out to be a bunch of nothing. Maria Suarez. Oh, Maria Suarez, she's going to testify. What could she testify to? She was somewhere blindfolded. Her man got killed and they got drugged somewhere, and she heard the voice of a guy. And she thinks she was in the nightclub. So this guy has 1,000 witnesses who saw him in a business suit in a nightclub with a bunch of people. And yet He goes out in the garage to kill her boyfriend and tie her up, threaten her, and all this stuff. That would not hold up in a court of law anywhere. Not even enough for them to even think about opening up a case, no matter how passionate she felt about it. That would have never happened. That would have never happened in a million years. No, they wasted your time with acting as if it was going to mean something. Just like that little microchip recording. They made that the big thing. And so far, it's turned out to be a bunch of nothing that just got blurted out of Tommy's mouth. We don't know how Tommy knows. We don't know where that information even come from. We've never seen it. Like, how's he telling Ghost about this and they're just writing it over it like it's nothing? That's because you have different writers and different directors, and they're just like, oh, we got to remember the microchip thing. Yeah, we got to somehow incorporate that. We're still doing that stupid thing. Yeah, look, they should have did this 2 episodes ago. Look, let's just say they got it, whatever, and turned it in. It's a bunch of nothing. We'll just write over it. And that's like they did Maria Suarez. Just have her come in, get shot in the head, boom, she's gone. She means nothing. Case is dismissed. And they continue on with the story without Maria Suarez being even a factor anymore. That's called spotty writing. The Proctor scene at the end, it's too much foreshadowing. Who didn't know Proctor was going to die watching that episode? You're watching the episode and you're saying to yourself, Proctor's gonna go. And to have Tommy come all the way up, spray up the entire house, don't hit anything. Lets Proctor gets around with a phone, gets on the phone, makes a phone call to his daughter. Tommy allows all of this to go down while he's banging on the door with his gun, knowing that this guy has a piece on him as well, who's been firing at you. And then you just shoot him down after spraying up this house on a penthouse. You're on the top floor of the penthouse. The people below you are going to know what's going on up there, or there's been a shooting up there. He sticks around. I mean, it's a show, but that's just overkill. This guy has had a government agent, lawyer, die in his arms. His house gets sprayed up. They don't have police or FBI following this guy around 24/7. I know it's a show, but none of this is realistic. None of it. Now, let's get to the Jason factor while we're here. Jason, the drug dealer from Chicago, who seems to always pop up in New York to check on Tommy, who keeps delivering his money and product on time. I love the angle when he was playing Ghost against Tommy. That was a great episode, by the way. He's getting money from Ghost. He's getting money. He's playing on the fact that Ghost wants to kill Tommy. So he tells him, look, if you kill Tommy, I'm going to wipe out your whole family. So you're not going to touch my earner. But since you touched one of my boys, now you owe me. So now you got to pay me. And it made Jason look smart. The way he switched the cars for Tommy and had Tommy roll out there and get shot up, the car gets shot up. That looks smart. Then they leave doors open. Like, who is this guy who's supposed to be Kanan's son, Kanan Stark or whatever, Eric Stark. They leave that line out there, like there's another son for that. Tariq came and picked up the ashes and pretended to be the guy, and went to pick up Kanan's ashes, pretending to be his other son. But who is that guy? Exactly. So I like the way he was playing both angles and playing both sides. So you knew, and eventually Tommy and Ghost were gonna have to work together to take out another drug lord. But he was always smart and always a step ahead. And he always showed up at the weirdest times and be like, "You and Ghost are working together again. I want my money. I'm gonna take this." When they had to go pay the ransom to get back Tariq, I knew Tariq was playing them. Sean is my witness. I told him, I said, Tariq set this kidnapping up. He was like, "How did you know that, Kev?" I could tell him a mile away. Telling him a mile away. He come out for $2 million after getting kidnapped. He's like, "You want Tariq back $2 million?" I'm like, Tariq set this up. He's in on it. Right. And that's the point I was going to make. Since Lobos has passed away, they had an opportunity and they never cashed in on it. They never had that other drug dealing connect that meant anything. Lobos meant something. That was development of character. You knew Efe, you knew what he was capable of, and you knew what he was about. Right? You never cross Efe. So you knew about him. You had time to develop him. Even for his small roles he played in there, he was a very critical part of the operation. Then the introduction into Milan was perfect, wasn't it? It's perfect introduction to Milan. You didn't even know Milan was there, then boom, Milan's there. And Milan went out like such a punk, right? After all the top secret stuff this guy was doing, saved Ghost life, rolled up on the Jamaicans, took them out, pop, 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 took everybody down. And in the end, he went out the way he did. Killed him way too soon. But that character has been scheduled for a lot of movies. He plays villains in a lot of superhero movies and stuff. So to have him for the rest of the show, they probably couldn't have him booked as much as they did. They really didn't need to show him that much, but you didn't have to kill the character off. I just felt that was a cheap way of giving the fans something. And this is when the show become a prisoner of fandom. And you're running a service, you're running through villains like really quick. Like this whole season, mid-season, I think there's a body dropped in every episode. And they're just making sure at least one person dies in every episode. And you lose the story that way. So don't forget, definitely support the page. Definitely hit the page up, the Cash App. Carcino's the name on the Cash App. Definitely do that. Yes, I mean tomorrow we will do the Wu Tang Hulu review. for American Saga Wu-Tang. Yes, we will do that tomorrow. Thanks for telling everybody, Lex. You can donate to that Cash App Carcino or click the link in the description box. Hit that Streamlab up. We appreciate all the love and support for that, definitely. Tasha boyfriend shot Ghost? Nope. I'm here to tell you right now, all the people they showed in red, one of them are the shooter. And we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So let's get to the lead up with Tommy. Tommy is conflicted. And this is based on directors and the writing. In one direction, they have Tommy where he's hell bent on killing Ghost no matter what. Now, after Lakeisha Grant dies, he's emotionally shattered. The same state Ghost was supposed to be in when Angela died. So now he's in that situation. And everybody's like, okay, this is what it is now. Okay. Ghost and Tommy are going to have to take each other out. After Lakeisha goes. Now, all of a sudden, from Scorched Earth, where he set Ghost up to be killed by Jason and everything, set all that up, and then to have this meeting, I need to meet with you. They meet, and they have this conversation where he automatically says, I know you didn't kill Lakeisha. I know that wasn't you. It was like, how did you come to this conclusion? Where did you know about the recordings? How did Tommy come about all of this information? How did he come to this realization that, okay, maybe Ghost wasn't lying? Then he said, but you locked my boys up. I didn't lock your boys up. I don't believe you. Why would Tommy be in this state? Tommy has been in this state since like season 2. He always don't believe Ghost. Then in the end, he realized that he was wrong. Okay? Why do we keep repeating this cycle of Tommy just being a complete dummy? I don't like the tone of this episode. It was too much Ghost. From the title, No One Can Stop Me, I said Ghost is finna die, Tariq is finna kill him. That's what I said. Going into this last episode, Ghost is going to die, Tariq is going to kill him. It has been foreshadowed for years. I've said it in my prediction videos. I've said it in season 2. Tariq is going to be groomed to come up and take out Ghost. I said Kanan killed his son. The son will kill the father. This is how it's going to work. I told people this from season 2. And the way they did the scenes, I didn't like it. The way the script was written, I didn't like it. Every time they would have Ghost be Ghost, and then he would be a character he's never been. And I'm like, Ghost don't talk like that. Ghost would just be extra. He was being extra with everybody. So the foreshadowing was just so deep with everybody, with Tate, with everybody. He just kept going extra. I'm like, that's not what Ghost would do. Ghost wouldn't do that. He would come back with that extra line. You know how I took your dream from you, Rashad? I'm like, come on. That was just way over the top. Everything was excessive with everybody when he didn't even have to be. He was excessive with Tasha. I'm moving on. I'll free you from our marriage. Yeah, I'm going on. I'm starting a better life. I'm doing this and that. Yeah, we moving on. So, Ghost was having like one of the best days ever. It's the best day ever. Yeah, look at you, Dre. Yeah, you always need me like a little bitch. I'm like, this not Ghost. Who is this character y'all writing? It's not Ghost. Ghost don't talk like that. The way he talked to Dre, it was Ghost, and then he went to some other character he's never been ever on the show. Jason, let me save you. I'm gonna save all you guys in a minute. Don't worry. Okay. This angle has been played out for a very long time. We've seen it in a lot of different TV shows. We saw it in movies. We saw it in American Beauty. People were walking up, and then you heard the gunshot. Did he kill himself? Somebody killed him. Who was it? Then you end up seeing it was the neighbor next door went and shot him or whatever. Then it was who shot JR. Then it was didn't they do this for Empire? Who shot Lucius? Then they have a who shot Lucius thing. It is a very cheap way of doing it. A who done it. Scooby-Doo type of ending. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted with seeing this. As a Power fan, I was disgusted to see how they did this. Yeah, Clue. It was Tariq with the gun in the lobby. It was. I watched this episode and I said, I've never seen so much foreshadowing. Ghost is finna die. He's talking to spirits all before it goes down. I'm like, oh, now he's talking to Kanan. Yeah, this is the last time we're seeing Ghost. Ghost is finna die. And we're just waiting for it to happen. And that's all it is. It's like, well, we're waiting for it to happen. We're waiting on Tariq to shoot him. And that's all I'm waiting on. The whole episode, I'm waiting for Tariq to shoot him. Because I know it's coming. They foreshadowing it and they laying it on thick. It's like, look, I like sugar in my tea, but I don't want the whole bag of sugar poured in my tea. It's like, what are you doing to me? If they pull a swerve, there's only two people that should be killing Ghost. Tommy or Tariq. And if you have Tommy kill Ghost, it loses everything. You know why it loses everything? Because it don't make sense. I mean, yeah, they've been beefing and going back and forth and Team Tommy, Team Ghost, who's gonna win and all this stuff, but it don't make sense because now it's like, where do you go with the character of Tommy? I mean, Tommy's lost everything. He kills Ghosts. He might as well just shoot himself after. They're not trolling you. Okay. I'm going to let you guys know some information right now. Stop thinking it's somebody other than the people that was on the screen. Okay. You guys didn't watch the additional scenes, actually. You didn't get the information. So I'm here to inform you of the information so you guys won't be saying this no more. Like it's John from the candy store in season 3. Get all of that out of your mind. Okay. They've already stated that the person who shot Ghost is one of the people you see in red. Don't assume it. They're not going to do it. They've already took that out. You guys didn't see the bonus scenes. I can tell right now by you just making these assumptions. It was the old man. It was Ramona. That was I've heard all this craziness. So that tells me people did not watch the bonus after the fact. Because if you did, you would have heard Courtney herself say, no tricks. It is one of the people you see in red. So it is one of the people they showed in the red. It's one of them. If Saxe shoots Ghost, let's go through the process. If Saxe shoots Ghost, right? What does that really mean for the rest of the show? He's already going to jail. So he shoots Ghost. That just the show that means nothing. Erase that. Saxe didn't do it. There's no Tasha shoots Ghost. She basically kills herself. She's going down for Terry Silver and everything else because you can't pin nothing except for Tasha knew about Terry Silver's whereabouts, so she would be implicated in the Terry Silver murder. That's 2 down. Tommy did it. He already shot Angela and killed Angela. That would just open up way more suspicion for him. He would have to kill his character effective immediately. There's nowhere for him to go. But him killing Ghost, that story, how does that even move on? That's done. Who else? Dre. Dre kills Ghost. What does that mean for Dre? Dre shouldn't even be out of jail right now. What is holding him out of jail? Him saying that he saw Ghost kill Terry Silver just so he can get back on the streets and kill Ghost? That's dumb. He's out. Who's next? Tate. So yeah, Tate, who has a position to be the next running mate now that Ghost is out of the way. So Tate shoots him. Tate can take his spot. Now he's back in position. It's a good angle there, but too cheesy. Tate ain't been around enough. They ain't been around long enough where that could even hold weight. He hasn't had enough scenes for that to even matter for him to risk killing somebody for him to take that position. That would be a cheesy way to go. The only logical choice is Tariq because that's been built up over season after season after season after season. And when that happens, they've invested all of this screen time into Tariq so that you can see him move forward with the show. So that's the case. It's only one person it could be. If it's anybody else and it's not Tariq, they really dropped the ball on this. Not only did they drop the ball on it, they really dropped the ball on this. It's too obvious. It's where the show was headed. Everything about this show is too obvious. It was too obvious that Ghost was going to get shot. It was too obvious he was getting killed. It was like the Ghost of Christmas Past. He's talking to Raina. He's talking to Angela. He's talking to Kanan. I'm like, will you shoot Ghost already? I'm sitting here wondering, like, when they gonna shoot Ghost? Tariq will be the next Ghost. I told you that in season 2. That Tariq is gonna kill Ghost. Told you in season 2. So I already knew where this was going. I said, Kanan killed his son. Sins of a father passes on. Kanan turns Tariq more like him. And that's going to start a rift between him and Ghost. So it's going to lead up to Tariq end up killing Ghost. Told you this. Season 2. We're in 6. This is the end of season 2. The end of season 2 when season 3 was starting and he was with him. I said, oh, Kanan's finna turn him against Ghost. And eventually He's going to eventually kill his father. That's where this show is going to end. Did I not? It's in the playlist, dog. I got videos to back up everything I'm talking. Me and my ex-girl is on this video. We're talking about who was the hero and who was the villain, Kanan and Ghost. And I'm telling her Ghost was the villain the whole time. Kanan was the good guy, Ghost was the villain. Me and her arguing. That YouTube video is up. I have a playlist for Power. This video is going in that playlist. The Truth Behind Power, the TV series, the playlist. Go check it out. Tommy will die this season. Guaranteed. Tommy will die this season. They have nowhere to go with the season, so in the next half, Tommy will die. How's it going to come? Who's going to do it? That's yet to be seen, but Tommy will die in the next second half. Guaranteed. Tommy's gone. I always thought Tasha was going to end up killing Tommy because Tommy already killed his girl. I thought they would do it in reverse and have the girl kill Tommy. So I always thought Lakeisha was going to be the one to kill Tommy over her son. But I'm going to show you guys something. Well, let me rephrase that. I was going to show you something. I was going to show you something, but my phone is still dead. Don't you hate when you put your phone on a charger and you think it's charging all this time? You like, well, my phone fully charged. You go back and something ain't right, like it's a short in it and it ain't charged at all, and you didn't wasted all that damn time and your phone ain't charged. That's what just happened now. Now, man. Tell you, things just piss you off. We gotta go ghetto style now. I mean, everybody would have been fired in that whole. They make the government look really stupid. Ramona lips mad dry. Yeah, they look nice and chapped up, don't they? I'm like, man, they need to smooth her lips out before they put the lipstick on. It's like she got lipstick on some chapped lips. Her overbite be killing me. Oh no, because see, that's the thing. if you put Sanaa Lathan in there, they waited way too long to build that relationship up to the point where it almost seemed like no one cared. Everybody was waiting on Ghost to bang Ramona. I mean, Tasha even knew that Ramona was interested in Ghost. So the whole thing is it waited so long to happen to the fact that it didn't even happen yet. People's like, man, I thought they was already messing around the way this show going. If you'd have put Sanaa Lathan in there, you would already been like, oh yeah, Ghost banging that tonight. Tonight. Soon she said, hi, how you doing? I'm Ramona. I'll be like, oh yeah, tonight, Ghost. That's gotta go down tonight. Yeah. But Ramona kind of looks like a professional politician woman. She played the position a lot better than probably Sanaa would ever played it. So you don't want to overstep your boundaries there. You like, okay, this is a woman coming off a divorce, different situation. You know, you kind of play your distance. So now Lathan looks too damn good for that position. I've been like, okay, me too can have it. What's a couple of dollars? No, this is harassment. Yes, it is. I'll be make that check out to me too. Baby Carcino, did you grab her and grope her on the set? I'd be absolutely. Look at her. God, oh, that's what I liked it. I had to. I apologize and I cut that check. I'm part of the Me Too organization. I'm taking full responsibility for my actions. Here's my check right now. Ugh, slide it right on over. Slide it right on over. Man, everybody hitting me up. Man, you hear all that? Boop-a-doo! I'm like, man, what's going on here? Right. That's another thing. And I'm glad you brought that up. When Tariq was at school, they really didn't even move forward with that. She was sending a text message saying the competition is almost out of dope. Who's she talking to? They could have played off these angles. Then they kind of like wrote her off the script. Is she going to be in Power Book 2? Tariq could have been using some moves to go set her up. They could have done a whole lot. But this is just one half. But we had 10 episodes. They got 15 episodes this season. So we got 5 more episodes left in this season. And it's already out of control. All storylines is gone in the other direction. Well, I think Tasha has worn out all of her nudity clauses. So I don't think she's going to be nude anymore for the show. Now that she's married, now got a kid, the nudity thing is out the door. I don't know, but I might have to go get Disappearing Acts now. The way you just said, who remembers that movie, Disappearing Acts? I'm like, I don't know if I remember that. Probably did see it. I'm just drawing a blank. Now, What I was gonna show you that I can't show you, so I might as well tell you about it. It's probably best I tell you about it than showing you, because me showing you is only gonna bring a problem. Who remembers the final scene of Power when Ghost was shot and he fell over the banister? Right? We saw Ghost shot falling over a banister, right? And you start hearing the acapella. This is a big rich town, and he's falling in slow motion. And that didn't remind you of anything, did it? Did it? I'm gonna see if you guys are smart. New Jack City, Get Out, Fallen Scene. What if I told you it involved the same character? What if I told you it involved the same person? Well, here's what I was going to show you. The same thing happened. Is the same reason how he got the role. Next Day Air. Next Day Air. You guys didn't pick that up. When he tried to make a run for the money and he got hit with that shotgun to the chest, what happened to Amari Hardwick in Next Day Air when he got hit with that shotgun to the chest? And he had the bulletproof vest on. What happened? Slow mo, right? He got up and left at the end. But did you see that the same thing happened? You see how he fell back in slow mo after getting hit? That is exactly the same thing they did. They used his character. That's Ghost. That's what got him the role as Ghost. That's how 50 Cent knew he could be Ghost. I knew he could be Ghost. When he go in there and grab the rope, the tape, set everything down, and was like, you feel me right now? I just lost everything. This is what my mind is right now. You feeling me? And he look up and look him right in his face. That's Ghost. That's what got him the role. No, we didn't. Southside's Baton Rouge. But that was another scene I was gonna tap into. Who were the two people that was shooting at Ghosts? And they showed the brother who was laid there shot, and we like, who the hell is that? Right? Everybody thought that was his uncle. They like, did the uncle roll up? uncle rolled up, dude, from a different world, rolled up blasted. There you go, Valentine. Those were Tate people. Those were Rashad Tate people following ghosts. I think that guy that was laying down there was the guy that he hired to follow and get information on ghosts. But again, we still got missing pieces now. Tasha's new boyfriend who want to shoot ghosts and all this stuff. All of this craziness. I'm saying they was Tate people. Because one of them looked like the guy that Tate hired to follow around ghosts, and get all the information. It would make sense. But the way this episode was shot, a lot of things didn't make sense. So I don't know which direction they're going in. Feel me? But anyway, that's it. Don't forget, look up the playlist. Look up the playlist for Power TV series. Okay, the Power TV series with your boy Carcino here. You get caught up on all of them. So this is the first half of the mid-season. We got 5 more episodes, and I'm going to do another one of these. Yes, like Mr. Slayer says, please donate to the Cash App. As you saw yesterday, we took care of my grandma. All that money go there. So you guys bought her breakfast. You guys got her a new chair. You guys helped get her a new chair now where she can spin around in the chair. She can do all those things. You guys all help. Every little cent, every $1, $2, $3, all that I use for taking care of her. So I appreciate everybody who donates, whether you in the Streamlab or you do here. Unfortunately, Frank, that's not enough money for sports entertainment bets. But it is enough for grandma. But thank you. I'm out.